Hi kids, it's Mr. Edovich. Here we are with Math Minute 21. I'm going to go ahead and put my name at the top while I'm talking to you, and then we'll get ready and get started. So we're going to do numbers 1 through 5. We'll take a little pause break. We'll fill in our answers. We'll double check our work, and then we'll do numbers 6 through 10. And we'll do the same thing. I'll give you one last shot of it before you go. So I'm going to get zoomed in and get ready here, and then we'll get started. All right, we looked a little bit at multiplication yesterday. The first question is 3 times 3, or 3 groups of 3 is the same as. Number 2 says write 42, 420, 242, and 24 in order from least to greatest, or from smallest to largest. 54 minus 33. There are 4 angles and how many sides on a rectangle? And number 5 is 53 plus 10. So you can go ahead and pause your video, get those completed, and then come back and check your work. All right, so I made a little array here for number 1. 3 times 3 is the same as 9. Here's my 1 group of 3, 2 groups of 3, 3 groups of 3, and when I use dots to represent my multiplication problem, this is called an array. So I'll show you these every once in a while just so you become familiar with the terms. Again, these two numbers, 3 and 3, are the factors, and 9 is the product. The answer to a multiplication problem is the product. Right, 42, 420, 242, and 24 from least to greatest. We should have 24, then 42, then 242, then 420. Number 3, your answer should be 21. Number 4, there are 4 angles and 4 sides on a rectangle. So I just drew this picture. It's not a perfect rectangle, but the angles are the corners. And we show those angles on a rectangle or a square by making little boxes in there. And that just means their right angles are 90 degrees. You don't have to remember that, but I'm just sharing that with you now. And then the sides, obviously, are the sides. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the sides box everything in. Number 5, your answer should be 63. So moving on to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just to read the questions to you, circle the abbreviation for inch. Remember, abbreviations usually start with the same letter as the word. So you're going to look for the one that starts with I. That's a pretty big hint there, but that's just always the case with abbreviations, or usually 99% of the time. And then usually they end with the last letter of the word too. But sometimes they end with the second letter of the word. It really just depends. So you just have to look for the one that starts with I and ends in either N or H. So there you go. It's not that hard. In fact, let's just circle it now. So it should be just IN period, okay? Starts with I. This time they use the second letter, and then you put a period at the end. 6 divided by 3 equals, okay, so I have 6 total stars, and I'm going to separate them out into groups of 3. And then how many groups do I have? Haley bought 14 caramels and 12 mints. How many pieces of candy did she buy in all? In questions 9 and 10, is this a line of symmetry? Right, yes or no? Remember, a line of symmetry is kind of like a butterfly. So 2 things that can be, oops, my hands are a little close together there. But when you fold them on top of each other, they're identical or exactly the same. Okay, so a line of symmetry, just like in my Post-it note that I used before, I could have a line of symmetry right here and just draw it down the center there. And if I fold my Post-it note, it's going to be a mirror image or a reflection of the other side. So line of symmetry. And there can be more than one line of symmetry in a shape. So that's what you're looking for. Can you fold it in half and it lands exactly on top of itself? Anyway, enough chatter. Go ahead and do 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then come back quick and check your work. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place today. So now that you're back, again, inch is in period. 6 divided by 3, there are 2 equal groups of 3. Here's one group, here's 2 groups. Haley bought 14 caramels and 12 mints. She bought a total of 26 pieces of candy. And questions 9 and 10, lines of symmetry. No, this is not a line of symmetry. If I folded this one over, it would look kind of funny. And number 10, yes, this is, because if I folded this oval directly in half, then it would land exactly on top of itself. So if you put a little mirror right here, you're going to get the reflected image to make the complete shape. Anyways, I probably over-explained those, but I appreciate you listening. So have a great day, kids. You can move on to your math assignment and your videos, and I hope you have great days. Thanks. Bye. Oh, let me give you one final shot here, because that's what. And this is what it should look like when you're all done. Thanks. Bye.